I am very new at this, and like most creators who first start doing this, everything is a little weird. Hello, hello. So, people have been asking about what's going to happen to, of all people, Eric Trump. Why not? Let's give it a whirl. Eric Trump, Eric Trump. What is going to happen to you? He still has a lot of responsibility in the company, but people don't take him as seriously. Eric Trump. Scared for his family. A lot of the stuff about like the Trump Foundation, that falls under the same kind of civil legal problem. And because he's not been in the White House and he hasn't been as active as his brother has, he kind of feels like a courier, getting people money, taking care of lawyers in the past. People have been making fun of him for a very long time, and it really does hurt him. But he's still part of the Trump organization. And it feels like the government is really coming after them, coming after him, coming after the family, and that they are determined to find something. And some things are going to be surprising to him that he didn't realize were illegal. Family, grown up with his coworkers, and that them going off to the White House left a lot of scrutiny over the business. Allows for the New York AG and the Southern District of New York to, normally his father would buffer them, but there's no one there to get in the way. He's very, very worried. I mean, if somebody started talking about, one of my siblings going to jail, I'd be upset too. I'd be very worried for them if I had nothing to do with it. And he was involved with a lot of the company. But you'll notice he was not in the most famous Trump Tower meeting. Well, with everyone else in his family in so much trouble, it almost leaves him in charge, which I'm sure will seem lovely until the real charges start coming down, where he'll almost feel like his father, when his father was young, that, well, home environment, secrets, but the kind of secrets he would just keep, the family would just keep, without question. Worried for his sister, because she's a sister, he's her brother. There's always going to be a protective quality there, even if she is older and very successful in her own right. What other people see. He's not the one as much with his. He doesn't have his hands as obviously on the money. He's definitely helping with the business. And he's using the tools to help with the business, but his hands aren't as dirty. That's literally what I'm getting from that. Final outcome. Everyone telling him to be strong. Everyone in his family telling him to be strong. This feels like other people going away. And investigators, this is where the Home Alone getting to play the fantasy of the younger Don Sr. This is where the investigators show up and put an end to that. Let's see if there's anything else. Any jail time, financial outcome. What have you got? What have you got? What's going to happen, Eric? Are you going to skate through this? Oh no, he's in trouble for corruption within the company. Them making foreign deals they shouldn't have, dealing with people overseas they shouldn't have. That he absolutely was a part of partnerships they had. All of this feels like it's related directly to this and then that. Partnerships they had that they kept going, that they kept secret, and that's going to land. And it's very bad. It's very, very bad. This just feels like long court cases. Long. On and on. Endless. Endless. Endless court cases. Having to rely on lawyers because he's out of his depth. They're all out of their depth, but he's maybe smart enough maybe he's the one smart enough to admit it. Taking care of things, but it feels smaller. It feels like what once was a tower is now just a framework or a shell. Smaller and smaller and smaller, and the business gets smaller and smaller and smaller. They're taking everything away from my dad. Taking everything away from us. Honestly, what this feels like is that his wife loves him. Always good. But what was once the Trump organization is decimated. Between legal fees, it's dead. Between legal fees and it feels like Junior going to jail. And it's just a history. It just feels like stonework. But this is the history. So I guess that is that. Well, it's worth trying. All right. Thank you for watching.